to the Quad.
It was the Quad.
It was the Quad Podcast. It was a podcast
It's
smash.
the Quad
It caught on in a flash.
Podcast.
It was the Quad
It's the
Podcast.
Quad
It was the Quad Podcast.
Podcast.
It was a podcast
It's the
smash.
Quad
It caught on in a flash.
Podcast.
It was the Quad Podcast.
What's up, guys? Welcome to spooky season. We are here.
I'm very sad we only have it for 3 weeks.
Motion to make that our like permanent open. That was great.
It might be a little weird if it's the permanent open. We may
July.
We may like redo the Christmas one this year.
No,
We
why?
may
The
try
Christmas one's good.
I think we can do better. We'll refresh.
Yeah.
Can we at least vote on that before we change it?
Oh yeah. No. We'll let you hear that one
We'll
before
bring
you
it to
guys
a quorum. We'll bring it to
get
a quorum.
A quantum.
As always, this is the Quad with Chris Young. I'm Chris. We got Haley the Bear,
That's me.
producer Josh,
I actually ran into a real ghost this last week. We shall talk about it later.
and Ryan from Miami.
Speaking of ghosts, billions of snow crabs have disappeared in Alaska. Like they just vanished.
Are we
I wanna-
talking about like an ex-girlfriend that has ghosted you, Josh?
No.
Oh God.
No.
Whoa, why do we have to go there?
It happens. It has happened. But no. A real specter.
Speaking of crabs,
Anyway, we're very
snow-
happy to be
snow
here on the
crabs.
podcast.
Snow-
I hope that you guys enjoyed that new intro.
that was great. Wait, okay, so take me behind the scenes for a second. How was that created?
So Josh basically had most or the entire thing done, and I was kind of like, man, it might be cool to kind of just keep that. And he goes, no, I think you can get lower.
Yeah, he has
sonically
a
than
deeper
me.
baritone than I do. So he did all the talking parts, and then it was the Quad Podcast.
That's you?
That's Chris.
Oh.
No, all of
that's
that is
Chris.
me, and the
That's
stacks
awesome.
are the stacks are Josh.
It stacks for me. It was the Quad, and then Chris did a low one underneath that too.
I did an octave underneath. Yeah,
It's a team effort there.
I love that.
yeah.
That's amazing.
So
That's in our top 3 opens ever.
Well, we only have 3 opens.
I like what you
I'll
did
take
there.
it. I'll take the bronze.
I
at
like
least.
it. I like it.
I do like it better than the Christmas one. I think it's just because it's just very
Spooky season.
Yeah.
It's just it's a very cool idea. Like executing it's kind of like writing a song and then having an artist cut it. You got to have both things go together. Like you kind of
Starts with a good
need
idea.
The idea there before you can execute it. That's why, like, if anybody ever wonders why I'm a songwriter, but I cut outside songs, it's like when I hear something that somebody else did that I'm just like, man, I'd love to sing that. Then I do.
Yep.
And sometimes they're number ones.
Also true.
Sometimes they're number 52s, but we're not going to talk about that. That was long ago in my
30
career.
seconds?
Yeah, let's just go straight to music. We can get there.
Music.
So I'm doing a gala event in D.C. and at some point this week. I'm also doing a charity event tonight, and I'm doing an event tomorrow. So it's a very busy week.
It's an eventful week.
And then I'm
Should have been
playing
a Ryan. That should have been a Ryan one. I'm sorry.
That should have been Ryan, yeah. And then I'm playing
Rubbing off on you.
Kissimmee, Florida this weekend
Hey,
for a festival.
Florida man.
But it's specifically the event that I'm doing in D.C. that I want to talk about, because I typed in, I'm about to upset someone with news in the rundown of music, and everybody was like, what? And I was like, oh crap, I got to explain that, because otherwise that sounds really weird.
He's retiring.
Yeah. No, it's more
Whoa.
that, well, I mean,
Breaking news.
No.
maybe. We don't know.
No.
I only own one more record.
Are you
so-
gonna do the Tom Brady? You gonna retire and then come back like
If
6 weeks
no-
later?
I mean, you know what? If nobody, maybe no one buys the next record, and it's like,
I'll buy
okay.
it.
I'll buy it. I'll buy the CD copy.
You guys and my mom.
We'll crowdfund
Awesome.
a record
Wait,
label.
what?
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. So my point that I'm getting to is that I get to hang out with Tom Hanks.
Whoa.
Which is, if you have not listened to the quad before and you're wondering what in the hell is going on right now.
In fact, our very first hot take, I do believe, was second hot take. Second hot take.
It was who is your favorite actor or the greatest actor of all time, which is it's yours, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks is the reason I'm sitting here today. Tom Hanks made the 1996 film That Thing You Do, which changed my life forever and had me stop playing football and play music, which has led to a bunch of different things that have led to us sitting here right now. He is the great one.
Janae.
If if you can have him on, or if you'd like to be a guest, or
that'd be awesome.
Honestly, it is my life's goal to just shake his hand and thank him, because really that's full circle for me. I have talked to all the other cast members except for Liv Tyler on That Thing You Do. All the other band members, I've gotten to thank all of them except for Tom Hanks.
I love that is the musician that inspired you, Tom Hanks.
That movie, man, it changed.
It's a great movie.
It's a great movie, and it made it. It seemed to me that it was possible that I could do music as a career. That's what that movie
You
did.
got me Googling Liv Tyler, and I love her in Armageddon. God. I love
All right. Well, while Ryan is on a Liv Tyler
Ogling.
thirst trap,
Ben
yeah.
Affleck. Oh.
It's one of those weeks that's going to be a lot of fun because there's a bunch of charity stuff going on. Doing a thing tonight that I've been a part of before in the past, but it raises money for a different foundation every year. And because I've shown up and helped them raise money, they wanted me to use a charity of my choice. And so we're doing the Charlie Daniels Foundation. So
Awesome.
It's like,
Heck yeah.
the journey home. It's just very, very cool that they did that and that they wanted to involve that organization. For those of you guys that don't know, it is actually, I'm looking up all of their information right now. Sorry, I'm stalling for time. Yes, I'm just humming into the microphone now. Yeah, exactly.
Let's
So
filibuster. I love music.
It's called the Charlie Daniels Journey Home Project, but it's based in Middle Tennessee. It's a nonprofit, and it just basically what they do. This I don't have to look at because I've done many events for them, and will continue to do so. Provide support for our veterans. So it is people that are coming back not knowing what to do and need help, and pretty much everything from there on down for our military vets. So obviously got a lot of military in my family. I've talked about that numerous times, but yeah, when Charlie passed, I had been on another military charity organization with his manager, and I basically went to him and I was like, "Hey, man, anything and everything that you need, if I can help, I will, because I think this is a really great cause, and obviously know his family and got to know him." And was very lucky to do so. So I'm just excited that they wanted to loop that into their charity.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And I was kind of blindsided by it because they came to me and they're like, "Hey, will you do the event again?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "We want to use one of your charities." So
It's awesome.
very, very cool.
Heck yeah.
Also, I got a question.
Eventful week.
One of the things I'm doing is at the Bluebird Cafe.
Historic.
Legendary.
Well, it's so yes, but what's interesting is I've said to multiple people, "Hey, I'm doing this event at the Bluebird," and they didn't know what I was talking about.
What?
Like people that live here.
I've never been.
Well,
I've
I know
lived here
it.
for 7 years and I've never been, but one, because I hate going to tourist traps. Like, I don't want to.
But it's so historical.
Okay, I can see them sing somewhere else.
See, that's
that's the magic of the
problem.
Bluebird.
That's the problem. The
But
Bluebird is
the Bluebird has lost its magic to me.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
The Bluebird is not a tourist trap, so to speak. But it's interesting because I think part of the reason why people don't know about it as much is the sort of, proliferation of writers' nights everywhere.
In every bar,
Single bar,
on every level of songwriter.
Yes, and that is not what the Bluebird is. The Bluebird is a very small building. Anybody that watched the TV show Nashville, they made a mock version of it.
But they did a good job on it.
No, they really did. But they talked about it because when I was coming up, and obviously it's not a tough Google search to find out that I'm 37. I signed my record deal when I was 20. So before that, like, I would try and go get in on the Sunday night that they had, which was you would put your name in a hat. They would draw random people and new songwriters would come in and get to play their music at the Bluebird.
That's awesome.
And it's a different atmosphere. It is, you're not allowed to talk. Like, you can have quiet conversation at the table for a second, but it is all about like sitting and listening. They'll like kick people out if they're talking too loud.
Wow.
It is not like anything else, and there is a whole lot of history there. And it just kind of shocked me that I said I was doing something at the Bluebird with a couple friends of mine, which I'm not sure if it's announced. So if you listen to the podcast now, you know.
Breaking news.
But
My biggest thing is you don't even get to pick who you want to see there. You have to crapshoot it and be like, when is tickets available? And you may go, and it may be some people that you're like,
That's the cool part of it.
That's not the cool part of it. You want to go pay to see somebody that you want to see.
Or you go experience a totally new artist or writer that you've never even heard of before, which I think is the magic.
Which you
of
can
what
go
that
to
place
any
brings.
other free writers round in Nashville for.
Sure. All right. That's my point. Is that why?
I imagine it is a function of it for sure. It used to be, here's the old guys on the couch. Back in my time.
I don't know.
It used to be there was only a handful of places that were real writers round kind of places. The Bluebird was one, Listening Room was another. And now every bar, I think, for the most part, unless I'm mistaken, I can't think of one that doesn't have one at some point now, including the Palace. Like,
Yeah.
just all of them have writers rounds that they're just filling slots now. It's not even really being vetted as far as like if you were a good songwriter. I've seen some where it is the person's first time singing in front of people.
Oh, wow.
And they had to play their first song twice because they only wrote 3 songs and they had to play 4. So I think some of it is a consumption thing. I think that we have an oversaturation of writers rounds right now, but also it's the Bluebird. I mean, like, I've played it once in my career and it was awesome and it was so much fun and it feels just so like affirming of like, wow, okay, I'm actually doing this. Like, played the Listening Room, played the Bluebird. Like, this is a career. I'm making this happen now.
Field trip to the Bluebird.
It's not that easy though. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, people, and this is the function of Nashville too. People plan out months in advance for their Nashville vacation or trip.
You literally need to book it 6 to 8 months in advance.
And so,
And that's with
so-
hoping that you can get to see the person you want to see.
And so now for locals, if you're on a whim, you're like, oh, I'd love to go to the Bluebird. It's like, oh, I was sold out 2 months ago, my guy. Or even getting like reservations at a restaurant now. It's like it's impossible because people have booked their entire trips around eating at this place on this time. It's just tough. It's still great. It's a great city. I still love being here. But it's the function
It's
of,
just very different.
yeah, it's very different.
And it's also, the Bluebird is nowhere near downtown.
No.
It is
It's
in-
a trek.
It's in a strip mall, and you,
Yeah.
if you didn't know it was there, you would drive right by it going
And
to
not know.
McDonald's. Yeah.
All right. What are you listening to?
Oh.
I was going to
We're
say, I was going
jumping-
to start with you.
Oh, okay, thanks. I know what I'm listening to, but now it's gone.
Here, I'll go first.
Okay. I already picked. I
This is
picked my
done.
song like 3 days ago. I was like, "This is going to be my podcast song," and then I was like, "Oh, I'm brain farting. Sorry."
Where did it go?
I'm gonna go 2003 from my buddy Craig Morgan.
Oh, I remember now.
Almost Home.
All right.
Great song.
Love that.
Great song. I love that album. The I Love It record that he made. Although it again 2003, it's in an era. If you go back and look at that album cover, it like you can see, even in this like small image, it looks like he has makeup on.
It does.
It
Looks like he's an extra for
And
Twilight.
by the way, it's not just him. It's not just him. That
It
was
was
everybody.
everyone.
That
It
was
was
everybody in
everyone,
that era. But it's kind of funny. But he is a fantastic artist. One of my favorites. Such a good dude. Known him for a long time. And yeah, that song is just awesome. So there it is.
I remember now. I only say that because normally like the songs I pick are my most recent in my song list, but this isn't recent in my song list. It's an older song, very, very older song. Very much. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Anyways, I'm actually going back with old school country, and I'm doing Mindy McCready. You guys do it all the time.
I haven't heard that
All
song in
right.
a long time.
Yeah, I haven't heard that song
But it's
either.
also ironic because what she sings about girls doing in that song is so normal now.
TikTok?
Like, no, like watching the game, like going out drinking with their friends, like everything she says.
Sounds like Nashville.
Sounds like what I did yesterday.
Ryan.
What?
The hypocritical part of the song that she was singing about isn't there as much as it used to be in the past.
Josh, what you got? As you take a drink of your
Great timing.
Your water.
Great timing for me.
Core Water, by the way, we love you. If you want to sponsor us.
Still here, Core.
It's never going to happen if you keep giving them free attention.
Dozens of people have started drinking Core because of me.
Yep.
So just
A dozen.
weigh that in. Use code. I don't have a code. I think I've talked about it before, but I have a side project that I have with my friend Andrew Capra, who's an excellent songwriter and producer here in town, called Stepsons. And we played together when I lived out in Los Angeles. Then I moved back here, and then he moved here with his wife. And so we continued on playing music together. And this song is called Evergold. And it's very, very rockin'. Very rockin'.
Rocking.
As a proud stepson, I love the name of that band.
Welcome aboard to the Stepsons
I'm
team.
a fan.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. In honor of the last outdoor whiskey jam show of the year tonight, which is going to be a cool one. Shout out to our friends Old Dominion who are going to be playing that.
What? It's them? Oh my God! The
commented
post
and
was so cryptic.
Oh, it's crazy.
Okay.
So they're going to be playing tonight. Snapback is my song this week by Old Dominion. One of my
There you go.
favorites.
Before we move on from music, Blake Shelton has announced that he is leaving The Voice, and which sent shockwaves through all of America and the world.
Are we really surprised? He's been doing it for a long
yeah,
time.
I mean,
What
it's
was it,
12
12 years?
12 years.
Yeah.
12
That's
years.
a- that's a
crazy.
long run.
It's
That's a
crazy
long
to think
time.
about that.
Yeah.
12 years.
12 was
a
that
lot.
2010? Yeah,
I've had my
geez.
record deal for 17 years. By
He's
the
been
way.
doing 12 years on The Voice. Wow.
So I was thinking about it, and I sent it to the group text, and we don't have to like come up with everyone's top 4. But if you were to redraft, if you were to rehost, you're going to start over. Just we're punting on everyone. Who would be judges that you would like in The Voice?
Gavin
Talking about-
DeGraw.
You talking about right now?
Yeah, right now.
I like Gavin. Okay, so if you're taking Gavin, I'm taking Garth.
Ooh.
Wow.
I mean, that would be a brilliant one, but Garth definitely doesn't need to be on that.
No, I do. No, we're not saying that they would do
We're
it.
not
We're
saying
just
we're doing
saying
Oh, no,
we're
no,
taking
I know
the
you're.
draft.
I know, yeah.
It would be Garth because he gives you the country component, but he also is one of those guys that's likable by just about everybody, is on the Mount Rushmore of country music for most people. I would
universal
argue if
approval,
he's
yeah.
not, I'm wondering who else you're putting up there.
And he's funny.
Yeah. I don't think he's funny like Blake. He doesn't have that sense of humor, but
Gavin does.
well, so that's my thing. That's point counterpoint, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm swapping with somebody that everyone looks up to, has a historic career. Yeah, I would go Garth.
I want somebody back as a judge of The Voice,
Okay.
and that would be Usher,
Oh,
who
I
did it
do
for
love
one
Usher.
season.
Oh.
But when I think of iconic
Yeah.
R&B
I
hip
like-
hop voices,
I
I
like
love Usher. So I want Usher back as a cast member of The Voice.
I love all three of those. I actually picked 4. I spent a lot. I spent way too much time on this. I was trying to balance.
Oh, wait, no. We're all picking one because there's 4 judges. Come on, dude. Don't be Ryan.
Well,
don't give me like 8 answers to something.
Do it.
It's really good.
Do it. Do it.
It's really good.
Just what is your top?
Give it to me again.
Give me your top pick.
Well, I have to then weigh it into.
You have to weigh it into who we just picked.
The testosterone fest that you
give it
just
to
threw in there. So then I'm going to choose Pink as the 4th judge.
I like it.
I like Pink.
I like
yes.
it.
Oh.
I like this lineup.
Who are the other 3?
I had it really good.
I want to know.
Okay,
Can I
fine.
say it?
Brian McKnight.
Yeah, tell me.
Brian McKnight.
Ooh,
Okay.
Brian would be a
That's
good one too. Twir-Eyed the producer, and I would choose these 4. Pink would be number 1.
I really thought you were just saying the name of someone I had never
Tor-Eye.
heard. I'm like,
Who's
oh, Tor-Eye.
I definitely
Tor-Eye.
said the same thing.
It did not sound like you said Twir-Eye.
Twir-Eye.
It sounded like Tor-Eye,
I
the
heard
producer. and I was
Tor-Eye. Like,
what
is this
the-
another
who is
Black
that?
Eyed Peas?
Tor-Eye
Like,
for the core guy.
Twir-Eye. I would choose these 4. Pink, and I balanced this very well. Pink, Shania Twain,
yeah.
Michael Bublé,
Oh.
I like the Bublé pick.
and as the 4th, T-Pain.
Yes!
Okay, so here's an
I like
interesting
this pick.
thing.
What?
You know what? None of us said. And if you want to talk about, I love Josh going.
beaming right now.
Josh going for the like absolute love fest by going, oh, you guys are just all testosterone fueled. No one said Carrie Underwood.
That's another. That would be a good one. She's got a lot going on.
You want to talk about? I know, but you want to talk about somebody that is The Voice.
And who has inspired so many people to sing almost exactly like her.
But that's why I picked Gavin. Gavin has a
Yeah.
outrageous
I
voice.
agree.
And not only that, he applies to more people than the music he sings because he is involved in country music.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's involved in a lot. So he has all aspects.
I still challenge anyone that didn't go see the Crossroads. I got to do.
Yeah,
with
that
him.
was
It was
awesome.
please
So
go
good.
watch
Love
that
that.
because it was so much fun.
Give me the stripped down version of Chariot right now. Love that song.
All right. Let's go to movies. Movies. Last Seen Alive. This movie when
Was good.
this? I'm trying to think of when they started filming this because I think that's why it took it so long to come out. And it seems like that's happened a lot with Gerard Butler recently because he had the disaster movie, but then they were like, do we put it out? We don't know. It's 2020. And I'll also say this is very split. It's 15% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is just terrible.
What?
But it's 70% of Google users like this movie. Rated R, hour and 36 minutes. After Will Spann's wife suddenly vanishes at a gas station, his desperate search to find her leads him down a dark path that forces him to run from authorities and take the law into his own hands. I think this would have been better for some people, not for me. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed this movie. It's a popcorn flick. It's not supposed to win an Oscar. It's not supposed to win an Emmy. It's action. It's like she's missing. It's like
You need
the
something to watch at night?
everyman's-
This is it.
It's the everyman version of Taken.
Yeah, that's a pretty good assessment of it.
And I think that's why some people didn't like it. They want to see the action hero. They want to see the guy that was like, oh, he was in this special government task force and no one knows about it and someone took his wife and so he's out to get her. It's like, it's not that. It's just a normal dude.
I thought it was even better because it wasn't that. Because it was you had more empathy for this everyday normal dude who's getting a divorce from his wife, about to drop her off at her parents' house,
And
and
he's
she
got a lot
she
of
goes
money
missing. Yeah,
in
he's
a
got lot of
poor
money,
town.
and she just goes missing. And you then start to follow the storyline. And I mean, I thought it was a really, really good movie. I really liked it. And I loved the scene. I loved how it was shot, first of all. Like, the cinematography in it was great. But I loved the whole meth, like, lab scene Like that was awesome.
Essentially, because
He was waiting for
we didn't know that it would end up being like a drug thing in the end.
Now, after I hear your guys' takes, I have some thoughts on the ending.
Well, I haven't.
I will give that.
Oh, after.
After. I will have some thoughts on the ending.
What'd you think?
I agree. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie, mainly because I love Gerard Butler. But it's
That was the worst version of that I've heard so far.
No.
But obviously, from the very beginning, we're trying to put into pieces what we all figured out why. Like, this guy is trying to hide and run away, like why he would have taken her. And this is, I guess, serious spoiler alert, so I'm very sorry. But it's one of those situations where you finally find out why, and you could have expected it, but not at the same time, especially since it was taken upon the own man's decision who knew his family. And so he knew everything. And it is the concept of he's a rich guy and they can get a lot of money. So that's a good basic concept. But I loved the head detective's character just as much. He was so by the book and then all of a sudden wasn't.
Russell Hornsby? Russell
Yes.
Hornsby, yeah. Detective
His
Patterson.
character was like, it's a small town. Like, are you sure she didn't just run away? Like, and just played by it, but was still like low key doing like the detective work. And then when it came to the point where he was like, no, this is actually a serious situation, and was finally like, tell me where she is or I'm going to kill you, basically, is what he was doing. Not really, just threatening him with prison time. But I loved the transition from that and what happened at the scene where he ended up finding everything going on, and then to the end with his last comment.
Here's the only thing for me, and I think this is where it lost a lot of people. And Josh, I feel like you're going to go to the same spot.
I pulled a Haley. I fell asleep in the first 5 minutes. Yeah, I tried watching it last night. And I was out.
Oh, all right. Well,
And I know what you're
there's
gonna
a
say,
part where he
Chris,
gets
but
pulled over,
Oh, yeah.
Yes, with a guy in the back.
and he's already figured out
Where to go.
where to go.
Yeah.
And instead of telling the police, he just gets out of the car and runs.
Book
But
it.
he doesn't tell the police because he's had so many problems with the police already, thinking he's the suspect.
Yes.
He's the one, like, they're not doing their job. Maybe
Yes.
they're in on it.
Doesn't
Like,
look good that he has a guy tied up in the back of his SUV. too.
Well, yes. Anyway,
not a good look.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was enjoyable, and it was a nice watch.
I have
Another-
thoughts.
another one of our friends
All
goes,
right, look, we can't go 40 minutes deep on
I have
every
thoughts.
section today. I have to go to this charity event later.
have
So if
thoughts.
you have thoughts, I know you have thoughts on sports. Which thoughts do you want to give?
I want a quick thought on the ending.
Go.
It was bull. The ending of this movie, complete and utter horseman.
Why?
Because so there's a scene from The Notebook where he arrives at her parents' house and it's raining and they make out and go into the house. No, he needs to be in handcuffs getting arrested because he just went on a damn killing spree to find his ex-wife. That needs to be the end of the movie. He's in handcuffs in the back of the police car, getting taken away as he's staring at her and she's staring at him as the car
Rolls the window
said-
down and
he
she
said-
kisses him goodbye.
Yes, that is how this movie should end.
he literally said, we found bodies. They didn't die from the blast, but also it was a meth lab. He was fighting for his life and trying to save his wife that got kidnapped.
I want him in jail.
I don't think he goes to jail. I understand your thoughts. If you have
But the
not
cop
seen this
literally said
movie,
this.
by the way, Haley actually has kind of a point because the cop explains it away.
It's fine. But how about
No.
he gets handcuffed taken away and then you get that part.
You
Like
guys
in the
want to
post-credits.
rewrite the end of movies.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was Last Seen Alive.
Now
That's
to
what we
sports
watched.
thoughts.
No,
Sports thoughts.
No, hang on.
Next week.
What is next week?
Wow.
Because we're spooky season now. We committed. So what are we watching?
I don't
that's
want any more scary
It doesn't have to be
Do
scary.
we need to
It
do
can just be
Halloween ends since it's the final one?
I heard it's
I think we all know how that thing's going to go.
Which one?
Yeah, I didn't even watch the last one, and I dressed up as Michael Myers last year. So
Is Amsterdam out? I know that's not scary, but that movie looks awesome. Also, when does Black Adam come out?
Ooh.
Wait,
question.
Amsterdam? Wait, is that the one like the another?
the the whodunit kind of thing?
I heard it was miserably bad.
Really? Okay.
With that many people in the cast, it looks like it'd be awesome.
Here's my thing. That either goes really well or really poorly.
And Taylor Swift's in it, so I don't want to see it.
Black Adam is in theaters October 21st. So that's coming up.
That's Friday.
Yeah, that's this Friday.
All right, Black Adam it is. Yes. That's what we're doing.
With The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Yes. I am so excited for this movie.
Yeah, I could do. I can go see that Saturday night. I don't have anything going on Saturday.
I was going to say, I get back Saturday, so maybe we do a full quad watch of this one. Let's go.
Although UCF plays Saturday night, so
No one cares.
Literally.
Cares. No one cares.
Sure, John. I got thoughts.
All right, let's go to sports.
Yeah.
Sports.
Fantasy football update, guys.
Can we not?
Why?
Let's go.
Why not? Why, Ryan?
Why, Ryan?
Why do you not want to update fantasy football? Like I thought you loved football.
Not fantasy.
Why not, Ryan?
I love fantasies. But not
Ryan, why do you not like?
I don't want to talk about it. Okay.
I mean, technically, you could still win.
Yeah.
It's got like a 10% chance.
I started a kicker who didn't even play.
No, Harrison Butker's back.
I didn't know that.
Should have paid attention.
I didn't know that.
I mean, look, you've got Sutton.
For those that are not clued in, I am playing CY this week, and he's
Yeah.
up by, what, 20 right now? 25?
23.
Okay.
I
So-
will definitely go to 5-1 and stay in the lead in my division.
I would just like to point out that every year this is what happens. You are in the lead halfway through the season.
Cannot wait till you get bounced in the
And
first
or
round.
you go to the playoffs and then you lose to me.
Well, the worst part is I play Chris next
Stacy,
week.
Yeah, Stacy is beating Austin. I don't think Austin. I mean, he's got
He
like
had
a 12% chance to win. He's got
got a
like
15.
4 players playing in the game tonight. That's wild.
Austin had a busy weekend, so I think this kind of fell behind.
Yeah. Our friend Austin Machado had his tandem bachelorette party with his soon-to-be wife this weekend, so he was busy. Bear, you should win.
Even though,
yes.
even though he's
Mitchell is going to beat
It's Ernest even. Just
Michael Ray, which
Oh,
is
that's
new.
Michael Ray.
No, that's Michael Ray. That's new Jimmy Allen.
Oh, God.
He just doesn't pay attention to his lineup at all.
Bear is currently losing to Ernest, who started someone on a bye week and 2 people that were out, and he's still beating her.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
You're projected to win.
You're gonna win.
but
No,
But
I
he's,
know I'm
he's
gonna-
beating you right now.
By 2 points. Yeah, my players took crap this week. I lost 3
You should
players.
have lost had he set his lineup.
I
you
lost
beat the-
3 players myself, okay?
Wait a minute. Melvin, wait a minute.
Whoa. Time
Melvin
out,
Gordon
guys.
is questionable.
Time out.
He's probably going to play, though.
Guys, wait. Chill. We're all talking over each other. This does not make for good podcast content. Josh is beating John Stone.
Ooh, it's going to be 5-1.
Beat. Done deal.
Yeah. No, it's over.
You're going to be 5-1.
Yes, I am.
So
Defend the crown.
it'll most likely be 5-1, 5-1. In our league, just in case you're wondering, there's a whole lot of like 4-1, 3-2 action, and then 3 teams at the very bottom, which happens to include Mitchell Tenpenny.
He's going to win this week.
Yeah, that's true. But let's see, and this means absolutely nothing, but the projections for the end. It has Stacy projected at number 1. Me projected at 2. Just want to point out, you know.
I'm in the consolation ladder. What the hell?
Yeah,
That's bold
you are.
bleep.
That's bull bleep.
I'm OLI. Outside looking in, baby. I'm OLI over here.
It'll be interesting. That's all I'm saying. I want to talk shortly about Major League Baseball.
God, it's
The
been nuts.
Padres.
It's been nuts. The whole playoffs have been nuts.
The Padres, dude.
The Padres beat a team that had 22 more wins than them in the regular season. The
But
LA Dodgers.
How many years have we been, now? It's like the past 3 or 4 maybe that we've been talking about. It's the Padres' year. They're going to do it. They're going to do the thing.
Without Tatis, for the record, too, who's been suspended because he used a substance. Not only that, you have the Phillies, who won, 87 games? Wouldn't have even qualified under the old playoff format. They beat the defending champs and knocked them out. The Guardians and the Yankees are going to a deciding Game 5.
Yep. Which is that's shocking. And by the way, Aaron Judge starting like his batting average was 0 for the first 2 games. I was like, what the?
He had a homer though, so
Yeah.
all
no,
rise.
he had a 2-run home run.
And then you have the Astros and the Mariners, who played an 18-inning game.
By the way, no, wait. The way that you just said that, for anyone that's not watching on YouTube, makes it sound like I was incorrect. The first 2 games, his batting average was 0.
Correct. He did not get a hit in the first 2 games.
Then he hit a home run. Yes.
What I was saying is an 18-inning game, by the way, between the Astros and the Mariners. The Astros are now going to the championship series. It is their 6th straight ALCS appearance.
Cheaters.
Are they cheating right now? I don't know. They're pretty damn good.
I love
find out.
Houston. I love Houston.
Love
but
the city of Houston. Cheaters. Astros are cheaters.
By the way, I found this pretty interesting. For the 22nd consecutive year now, we will not have a back-to-back champion. That is the longest streak of any major sport. Baseball. Parity.
Yeah, it's very unlike the NFL, where it's normally someone from the NFC or the Patriots for like a bunch of years. It's interesting. It's interesting to watch. I also know, Josh, you want to do your NBA picks, so we're going to let you go since you are a resident.
Yes. Starts this week, baby.
NBA
Tomorrow. I've got some good tasty nuggets for you.
Tomorrow
Tomorrow.
is what you're looking for?
Yes.
Okay.
You sing it much better than I do. Shut up. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of subplots in the NBA, but I have some early preseason picks that I would like to throw your guys' way.
All right, let's go.
Number 1,
Well, the Kings end their streak.
the Kings will make the playoffs this year.
It's, all right.
You're just saying that.
It's
No.
not going to
Whoa.
happen. It's not going to happen.
Whoa.
I broke down the teams in the West. The Kings are the 9 seed. They're going to be in the bubble play-in. They're going to make the playoffs. I like the Kings. I'm buying the Kings.
You know what? We like to make friendly bets on this show.
Okay.
Oh boy.
One that y'all still have to live up to.
Yes, we do.
We're aware.
So, and actually, I'm going to lead into that. If the Kings don't make the playoffs, you have to live up to that bet twice.
I have to do 2 6-packs.
Oh boy.
Well, we'll make sure that you do one prior because y'all still need to do that.
If they don't, Bear has to join you.
Wait a minute.
What?
I'm not part of this bet.
Deal.
You just said
Deal.
I don't think it's going to happen. I need y'all to reach across, shake hands.
Deal.
No, you can't bring me in on this.
Deal.
I
Oh,
have nothing.
absolutely.
Deal.
You know what? You just said it. You just said
Okay,
it.
so wait, if they don't make it?
If they don't make it.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll be in.
Oh, there it is.
We
be
saw
in
it.
on
This is a legal
is it.
binding
This is
contract
it.
in
So
Tennessee.
do I have a year to do it like y'all did?
Sure. Why
Yeah.
not?
They hired Mike Brown, by the way. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, they have Mike Brown.
Okay.
They look good. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Number 2. It doesn't really matter, but the Pelicans are going to make the playoffs. Zion is ridiculous, and
He looks fantastic.
that team is scary good.
All of a sudden, there's no one talking about how he's not in shape anymore.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's magically disappeared.
He is terrifying to watch.
You know who else? It took like 2-3 years to get ready, and then now looks unstoppable every time he's on the floor?
Luka Doncic.
Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid. That's a great segue because my early preseason pick for MVP is Joel Embiid.
There it is.
Oh.
I think that this is the year
I did not know that, by the way. He did not tell me any of these before we get on air.
He should have, in any other season, he would have won it last year, but Nikola Jokic is just ridiculous and had a ridiculous year, but he had 2 in a row now, so they're not going to vote for him a third time, which opens up the field. I think Joel Embiid is the MVP. Why do I think that? Because I think the 76ers are going to beat the Clippers in the NBA Finals this year.
Clippers?
I think the Philadelphia
We
76ers.
talked about this. We talked about this.
The Clippers have the best
Clippers.
The Clippers have the best roster in the West, and it's not close.
Man.
Wow. They had a John Wall, too.
I also think Ty Lue is going to win Coach of the Year, a person who has never won, but he is the coach of the Clippers. So likewise, if the Clippers make it to the finals, it seems as though Ty Lue would get the nod for Coach of the Year. It also sets up a really good Doc Rivers against the Clippers in the finals. And I just love the storylines. I really like it. I think I think it's Skinny Harden. I think it's Joel Embiid MVP season.
I have a question.
Yep.
The Thin Reaper.
You completely left out the Lakers. from any of your
And the Miami
predictions.
Heat, for the record.
I left the Miami Heat out on purpose because
he
it
knew
doesn't
you
matter
would
anymore. You missed the window.
filibuster.
You missed the window. I don't know what
We're
the
a 3-point basket away
Anyway,
from the
go
finals
ahead.
last year.
Go ahead.
and you didn't make it to the finals.
Plain and simple.
I don't know what this Lakers team is because there's a new report coming out that they are talking with the Blazers about
Moving Russ.
Damian Lillard for Russell Westbrook, which if that's Dame and LeBron and AD, that's a whole different thing, and that's going to change. That'll screw me on the Kings pick, but
Yes.
it would change a lot of things. But as of right now, as constituted, I don't have the Lakers making the playoffs.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Hold on. Two more things. Victor Wembanyama, the 7'4" French kid. Holy shit. This dude.
You just said the
yes,
S word.
I did.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit. This dude is
Bear button.
He's 7'4".
He's awesome.
He can block shots like Rudy Gobert. He shoots threes like Kevin
You realize
Durant.
that I know what you're talking about, but you are literally stopping us from getting to football by talking about someone that
Why,
is
yo mama?
brand new that no one knows yet.
Why this matters for all of us. The Pacers, the Jazz, the Spurs, and the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to be in a massive tankathon this year to get the rights to Victor Wembanyama. So for betting purposes, just bet against the Pacers, the Jazz, the Spurs, and the Thunder
Why your
all
mama?
season.
All right. Send us that text.
I got you. And
All right.
scene.
College football. There's only one story that we need to touch.
No, there's
it
multiple.
has nothing to do with UCF.
Oh, come on.
No, buddy.
They scored the
I'm
most points in
sorry.
college football this week.
Whatever.
That
no
does
one
not
cares.
matter.
No one cares. You know what? The only game that anyone, and I mean this.
Not true.
And yes, well,
There's some really good games this weekend.
you didn't let me finish my sentence.
Texas?
Dude,
Are they back?
listen. The only game that anyone cares about outside of their own team was Tennessee, Alabama. And what an ending. What an ending.
Come on.
And I look, I've got Bama fans
Give it to me.
texting me going, wow, what a game.
Rocky Top.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
give it to me.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I'm talking over
yeah.
it so that we don't get demonetized on YouTube. It's fine. I'm talking over it.
Good old Rocky Top. Woo! Rocky Top, Tennessee.
I don't even like college football. I watched that game. That game
It was amazing.
incredible.
It was amazing.
By the way, that was the most points that Alabama given up since 1908.
Well, I guess it's safe to say Tennessee is back. And I am so happy to see Alabama go down. So happy, especially with how it ended. It was perfect. They killed time and were waiting for him to kick that goal and boom.
By the way,
missed.
Nick Saban lost his mind
Yeah.
on the sideline
Well,
during that
I
game.
mean, that one dude fumbled the ball on the punt return.
Yeah, but
And went
that
ape
happens.
shit.
How many times does that happen?
Yeah, but this was Alabama is usually the more disciplined team on any given Saturday. They had 8 or 9 different penalties.
Dude, their defense is not.
Well, they got shredded.
Yeah,
Tennessee's offense, by the way, is really
Yeah,
good.
time out. I want to point out to everyone, even in a loss, it was very, very, very close against Texas, who has 2 losses now. Alabama is not what they were last year. Period.
And they didn't even win last year.
Now, they may take that loss to Tennessee and turn it into fuel. And outside of Tennessee having, which I believe is the number 1 offense in the country, they may turn that into fuel to come back and figure it all out and put it together. And Saban is a fantastic coach, and Bama always has talented players. So they may pull it together by the end of the season. I'm not the guy that's oh, they're done. I just don't. It's Alabama. All right. I've seen weirder things happen with Alabama and then come back and be hoisting the trophy at the end of the year. So I just find it very interesting how that game was so competitive.
It's the best college football game of the year by far.
It's so far, yeah. Easily.
I mean, the
And we had a couple of
goalpost
really
is
good
gone.
ones.
The goalpost
Well,
is
that's
in the Tennessee River
right now.
Yeah. They threw By the way, I don't think people realize those goalposts weigh 900 pounds.
Did you also see, which was really funny, Tennessee is now doing a GoFundMe to replace the goalposts as it's a really good fundraising idea.
I love that.
It's fantastic. That was by far one of the greatest college football games I've watched in a long time.
Did you see how Paul Feinbaum appeared on TV?
Yeah, he came out of a casket.
A Tennessee casket wearing a Tennessee jersey before the game.
Yes, he's a character. We love those. Pat McAfee also dove into the Tennessee River too.
Well, Pat McAfee is always like that.
Two of the
Paul Feinbaum,
cornerstones of the game.
Paul Feinbaum does not do that. He is Bama Homer number one.
Yes, he is.
I was so shocked.
Paul.
Exactly. I was shocked. All right, let's go to NFL because no one needs to know.
You're forgetting about the other
UCF.
orange, by the way. I mean, Tennessee's great, but what about Syracuse? Undefeated. Matchup with Clemson this week.
When was the last time we talked about Syracuse?
Right.
Never.
Exactly.
March Madness.
Sorry, Syracuse.
Carmelo Anthony?
Not hating on you, but let's.
It's a show me game this week.
Do you think they're good?
Show me game.
Do you think
against
they're
Clemson.
real?
Show me game.
Do you think they're going to show it?
Oof. No.
All right, so let's go to the NFL. Let's talk about them Dolphins.
No, let's not.
Yeah.
No.
We have to.
No, we don't.
Yes.
No.
We have to talk about
No.
each one of our teams.
No, we don't.
We do.
How were they?
Fins down. Well, look, to be fair, I mean, we were down 2 quarterbacks in that game.
Yeah.
I also
And almost mounted a comeback at the end, and Jalen Waddle didn't fumble a football in Minnesota territory.
It all comes down to one of the things that happens in football to make the game.
Can we talk about the Bears? Can we do
Yeah,
that?
let's talk about the
sure.
Bears.
Let's
Do that.
talk
Go ahead.
about the Bears.
Yeah.
The same thing I've said for the last 5 weeks. We suck.
What a game that was on Thursday night, though, man.
Oh no! Well,
0-0
wow, we
at
actually got
halftime.
it. We got a touchdown for the first time on NFL Thursday night.
The over-under live bet was 3.5 for the first half.
Can't wait.
3.5.
Time out. Can I talk about how we keep referencing this, but why are the Thursday night games just so bad?
Amazon, what are you paying? You're paying $1 billion for crap.
$58 million a game.
I have some great news for everyone too. The Bears are back on a Monday night
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
against the Patriots.
Just don't wear those
Hammer the
ugly-ass
Patriots.
orange jerseys,
Hammer the
please.
Patriots.
God.
Do it.
I mean, very clearly, we had a chance, and he went down inches in front of the end zone.
Wait a
We
minute.
had so many problems. It's just we are a bleeping disaster.
Did
Get
all
rid
of our
of the head
teams-
coaching staff
You
that we
can-
just hired. Like I said from the very beginning.
How did Kansas City do?
Rematch.
Oh, all 4 of us lost this
Yeah.
week.
Hey, you know, I tell you every single week, do not bet Kansas City to cover.
I know. It was Kansas City +3. What did they lose by? 4. This is what they do.
I teased it to
Every
5.
single week.
You teased it to
I teased
5.
it to 5.
Every single week.
Good. Do not bet the Chiefs. Do not
To
bet
cover.
the spread.
Do not bet
They're
them to
not-
cover.
They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it.
Bet on Atlanta, though. They're 6-0 against the spread.
Good for Atlanta. That's because the spread very much underestimates what Atlanta is.
Well,
just for the record.
wait. For anyone listening that doesn't understand what the spread actually is, that means that it's Alabama. Good Lord, Atlanta in a lot of those games.
They've been the underdog in every game, and they've covered in every single game.
they covered and they still lost.
Hey.
Some
Good teams win.
what's their record?
Great teams cover.
What's their record? Just look that up real
Just
fast.
3-3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're 2 and 4.
I have to be honest. I did this during my morning call that I do with the Dallas station every week after the Cowboys game. I've repeatedly over and over said that I am shocked that we had gotten to the record that we were. And I'm like, even right now, like we're 4-2. Everybody thought our season was over when Dak went down. We are 4-2. The Eagles gave us the business last week. Jimmy Allen is out there somewhere just celebrating. And congrats to all the Eagles fans. You have to say it. We lost. No excuses. Cooper Rush did not take care of the football in this game. But this is also one of the best defenses that he has played against. And the Eagles look like the real deal, man. They're 6-0. They're the only undefeated team in NFL football.
First time since 2004 they've started 6-0, by the way. They went to the Super Bowl that year.
They also have an easy schedule the rest of the way.
They do.
So
time out. Yes and no, because it's the NFL. Anything can happen. But I'm very happy that Cooper Rush stepped in, got us to where we needed to be, and Dak is coming back, and so we will have a more threatening passing attack moving forward with that awesome defense that we do have. And the demise of Zeke Elliott has been greatly exaggerated. 6 yards a carry last night and a tutty.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, because he hasn't really done much last year in a 5 games.
He's also played hurt. And, to his own credit, he's continued to work on his game. Everybody's been like, why do we have Zeke? We've got Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is great. I like the two-headed monster approach at running back. Zeke Elliott can also pass block way better than Tony Pollard. I don't think people realize that. That is necessary, and we're missing our main tight end. A lot of guys have been stepping up, playing that position, who are NFL players. They're great. I can't speak to that. I always preface that. I think a lot of people that are like sports talking heads get on there and they're like, that guy's a terrible tight end. And I'm like, man, that guy would truck stick you through that wall over there if you were in the same room with him and asked him, just come at me, bro. But I think we're in a really good place, and I'm so glad that they did not let Dak try and start that game, because I thought they would beat us. They did. Now, it doesn't look like Dak came back too early or he got hurt again or anything else. He's had time to recover, and he's saying that he wants to start at Detroit next week. So I'm looking forward to it.
All right, quick game of for real or not for real after this week. The New York Jets are 4-2. For real or not for real?
For real.
Not for real.
For real.
Not for real.
They beat the Packers.
Yeah.
The Packers don't look good this year.
I've been saying the Packers haven't looked good. Nah, I'm going to go not for real.
Oh, okay. It's the first time, by the way, since 2015 that they were off to their best start in 4-2. All right,
Which
how about
is when they had Rex Ryan and they went to
guy who loves
Sanchez,
feet picks.
yeah.
Yes. All right. Cincinnati Bengals 3-3. Big comeback win over the New Orleans Saints.
Not for real.
Not for real.
I'm going to go with for real. The defending Super Bowl champs are gaining momentum right now.
They are a disaster
runner-up.
right now. They're a disaster right
They are
now.
always down.
I'm sorry. Until they fix that offensive line, they're not for real. Oof. I don't care that they have Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow. I love that tandem. I love the offensive weapons on that team. They got to fix the line.
Yeah, where's T. Higgins? No
T.
show.
Higgins is great. He no-showed in that game, but he's been great all year.
All right, couple more for ya. New York Giants 5-1. For real or not for real?
For real.
Big win over the Baltimore Ravens yesterday.
For real.
Not for real.
I think they're for real.
Not for real. There's only two teams that can come out of that division. If you think they're over the Cowboys, I'd like you to tell me right now. Didn't they already play? Guys?
Did they vote? Yeah, you beat them, right?
Oh, yeah. Wait.
If we're talking end of season, I
they
think
can
they're
still-
good there. Yeah.
They can still come in as a wild card.
Yes. And things can change. But
You could have 3 out of that division.
All right, next up in for real, not for real. Oh, the NFC South is terrible. There are 2 teams tied at 3-3. Bucks and Falcons. Saints are 2-4. Panthers are 1-5. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 3-3 after a bad loss to the Steelers. For real or not for real?
Not for real.
Not for real. They're
They don't have any
Brady's too
weapons. Leonard Fournette's like their only weapon right now.
This is it. This is the end of the Brady. The end of the Brady era.
Oh, you calling it?
That's it.
Wait a minute.
That was.
Did you just say Brady's done?
I said it's the end of the Brady era. I did not say Brady's done. I said
you
it's the
heard
end
it
of-
here first.
Wow.
Josh Cleave says Brady is
Wow.
washed.
When he comes back to win the Super Bowl this year, that's going to go on Old Takes Exposed.
Well, Josh has been at one of those
Sent
before.
right
I
to him.
have. I watched it happen right in my
he
face.
was not happy.
Sent
this
right
is like
to him.
your is this
I
isn't
didn't
as
give
bad
you an
as your-
answer.
For real or not for real? Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Your Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
man. Here's the problem.
Oh, I mean, there's no problems. It's for real or not for real.
Here's their problem. Who are their wide receivers?
Russell Gage.
Not for real. He didn't have anybody to throw to.
All right, not for real. And last but not least, NFC West, pretty terrible as well. Your Seattle Seahawks
Not for real.
are 3-3. Geno Smith and the Seahawks.
I
Not
just
for real.
need them to be real enough to win me a bet.
They're not for real.
Okay, all right. And that was For Real or Not For Real, brought to you by our friends at Be Real.
You didn't want to go into the other terrible division, the NFC North?
No, we're skipping that one.
We're just
every team in there is
entirely.
not for real.
We don't believe
Wait,
in
the
any of that.
Vikings?
well.
The Vikings are what?
The Dolphins almost beat him with their third-string quarterback.
Almost. What are you talking about, almost?
Let's go to the hot take.
Hot take!
All right, the hot take this week. The one sauce you could never live without.
Condiment, right? Is that what we're going with? Or sauce?
Well, I mean, it could be a
Essentially.
sauce or a condiment, but it just has to be like that. Like if you argued this condiment but spicy, it also falls under the same category as that regular condiment. So it is whatever that lane is specifically. And I'll explain by going to what mine is, because it goes on just about everything. There's multiple different styles of it. There are spicier versions. There's less spicy versions. There's sweet versions. It is my favorite condiment. If you had me, I could only have one for the rest of my life, but I could have all the different versions of it. This would be it. It is mustard. Mustard is the goat. It is the goat. It goes on hot dogs, pretzels.
No.
Yes, sandwiches. Like what are you talking about?
I hate mustard.
I do love
despise
mustard. I put
Get out
mustard.
of here.
I
Get
put
outta
mustard
here.
on my potato chips.
Yes. Come on.
what?
Yes.
Yes.
Who
Yes.
are you?
It
this hot
is.
take.
It
This
is.
is
I mean, look.
disgusting.
You have honey mustard. You have regular mustard. You have whole grain mustard. You have
Dijon, honey,
yeah,
or
spicy. Like
Grey Poupon.
look. Pardon me. No, most people won't even get that reference, dude. Nope. Anyway, mustard. That is mine. That I'm going for.
Ew.
Bear, what do you got?
Garbage.
as much as I love mustard, that would most definitely be my second condiment. But if I had to only live with one for the rest of my life, that would have to be hot sauce of any kind, because
I like hot sauce.
I put hot sauce
You
on.
could have hot mustard though.
It's not the same. It's not as vinegary and tangy.
Get outta
I
here.
want to put. I don't
Get
put mustard
outta
on my
here.
eggs. I put hot sauce on my eggs,
Get outta here.
potatoes, chicken of all kinds, rice, everything. I put hot sauce on pizza.
Here's where
hot
I
sauce
think.
on
Here's
pizza.
where I think you're going wrong. There's a lot of people that like hot sauce. There's a lot of people that do not like hot sauce on anything.
Very
period.
polarizing.
It
Very
is.
true, but I personally could not live without hot sauce. Hot sauce literally just lives in. I used to, when I worked at Chick-fil-A, I would
Mustard
take,
over hot sauce. That's all I'm saying.
I would take all the buffalo sauces and bring them around with me and open them at restaurants because I just wanted that.
I think one of the I think one
Whoa.
of the criteria for this should be: is there a potato chip flavor based on this sauce? I haven't seen mustard.
There's a yeah.
I've not seen mustard. There's
Yeah.
mustard flavored chips.
Yeah,
Are
there's-
they Canadian?
There's ketchup flavored chips for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I've had those.
Yeah.
Those
Don't
are
steal
great.
my thunder.
Oh, but I'm.
I know.
If that's where you're,
Don't steal my thunder.
I'm.
Just
Go ahead,
sorry,
Josh.
Go ahead, Josh.
just-
finish your thought, because I think me and Ryan are going to fight.
I'm from the great city of Kansas City.
Oh, how did I know this was going to happen?
I know where you're
Known-
going. I know where you're
Known
going.
for a couple things. Number one, great football. Number two, even better barbecue. And barbecue sauce, barbecue chips, barbecue anything. You throw something on a grill, you throw something in a smoker, you put a little sauce on it. It is a delicious, delicious situation.
Memphis would disagree.
Well, I don't have high opinions of Memphis's barbecue anyway, so they can disagree all they want. Also, Carolina, come at me.
Yep.
Texas, you have a pass. Texas, you and I are friends, but the rest of y'all can kick rocks. It is barbecue sauce. It is in all of the forms. Kansas City specifically is a molasses-based one. It's molasses, ketchup, and brown sugar. It is delicious. It is excellent on everything. I have in my house right now, I have no less than 7 bottles of barbecue sauce, all from Kansas City, all different flavors. It's amazing.
By the way, before
It's
Josh
barbecue.
says anything else, didn't even mention the one that would be just a layup to try and get you the most people, which is Sweet Baby Ray's. Which
fine.
is a fantastic barbecue sauce.
Get out of here.
It's fine.
If you were going to buy a sauce off an aisle at the grocery store,
It is the best one if you're
Thank you.
if you're not
thank you.
in a consumer region that would have local stuff. Then
Yes.
yes, Sweet
Everybody
Baby
clear
Ray's.
the damn paint. Get out of the way. Because this condiment that I'm about
Goes on like 2
to bring up
things.
is when you think of America and what our founding fathers were all about, this condiment encapsulates the red, white, and blue. In fact, it is red, which is why it encapsulates. There's no yellow in our flag. There is red because the basis of the best condiment there ever was. That goes on hot dogs. It goes on eggs. It goes on potato chips if you want it.
It does not go on eggs.
Goes on chicken.
Stop it.
Goes on steak.
No, it does not.
It is.
Dad, Patrick Mahomes.
It is ketchup. Ketchup, my friends, is by far America's favorite, friendliest, and tastiest condiment.
hit the button.
It is.
Hit the button.
Going to win the poll. My prediction
No, it is
is
not.
ketchup, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
You better catch up to this hot take.
Just so we're clear, ketchup was invented in 1812, much after the United States. So our forefathers did not have ketchup. You liar! You should research your stuff before you start saying
You
crap.
are awful. You said the adjectives you just used to describe ketchup make me concerned about you. Thank you guys for listening to The Quad with Chris Young. As always, I'm Chris from Haley, myself, Josh, and Ryan. Make sure you vote for mustard because you know that's
Ketchup.
the best condiment. Let's go. And